I had a button. Hello! How are we? Hope you're doing alright. I didn't check my teeth beforehand. I've just finished dinner. So I might have like herb or something stuck in my teeth, which I'm sorry about. I didn't go and check. Sorry about that. Try and get a quick look. I think I'm okay. I think we're all alright. Hello, how are we? Hope everyone's doing alright this evening. I see nays right there. You got my face. My face has been approved. That's good. I'm glad that's finally come to fruition. At long last. I like seeing a more realistic representation of my face popping up in chat. That's good. There's one for all three tiers as well. Here they all are. I'll send those through to everybody. Look at that. One each. Bronze, silver and gold. Oh, I should probably make it so the music is on at the moment. But I need to do that. I can't do that without swapping to a different thing. Well, we can do that still. I can come over to here and put my face in the middle. I just need to take that and then put that here, and then that should give us a little bit of audio whilst we're on the camera screen. In theory, it means nothing to me. Ugh. Been a long day. Sleepy. Been at work today, and it's been a relatively calm evening, or calm day. Sorry. Bulbapedia is playing D&D tonight. Fine, whatever. I wish him all the success. I wish him well. Good luck. I can bring up Bulbapedia myself. I can bring up my own Bulbapedia. I could never do such a thing. I could never relegate like that. How are you this evening, Nay? And Sean, of course. How are you both? Hope everything's alright this evening. The Egg Saviour is here as well. We are not worthy. Your Lordship. And Rach as well, hello. As you can see, the face has been approved at long last. I've now got actual faces. I said faces. I was just saying, it's nice being able to see a more HD representation of my face in chat. I like it. I like them a lot. I've got my little bronze face right there for everybody. There's a silver one, and then there's a gold as well for the three tiers. So that's it's wonderful. Oh God, I think I broke the chair. I didn't break it. It's just the recline mode. I think. There we go. Can just go back a little bit. How's that for a posture check? Do we play like this today? How's that? I can't reach, Captain. That's no good. I've even got a footrest. There's a built-in footrest with this chair. I've just got no space under my desk for it. Right. I thought it would come up a little bit slower than that. Never mind. Someone managed to get Sean's Xbox One to work after 2 years. No idea how we achieved it. Playing Jurassic Park Evolution. Oh no, my headphone cable's stuck. There we go. We're all fixed. We're sorted. What was wrong with it? Why was it dead for 2 years? Well done on bringing it back to life, though. Good effort. I'm gonna chat about work in a little bit. I've got a drink right here, ready for some cool stunts. Right, I'm gonna show you a classic bartender's trick. Okay, so it requires me to stand up. So this is the implement of choice. This is my Lucky Green Bar Blade bottle opener. Okay, I've had it for years. This thing. So you take your bottle. Any bottle will do. I've chosen strawberry and lambic orderly. Other flavours and bottles of cider are available. This just happens to be the one that we sell. So you come in, okay, you get it, and then all you do is you pop it off, and then you come back around and smack it back with the blade. Are you ready for this? No pressure. Oh no, it didn't come off. Oh, he missed it all. Been doing the job 6 years. I'm very good. I'm very good. We'll go again, okay? I blame the false start on this one and the condensation on the bottle. There you go. Nice, satisfying pop. I have no idea where that... Oh, it's there. Here we are. I've got it. It's fine. Popped off. Cheers, everybody. Oh. Right, let's stop faffing around now. Let's get on with this. Wouldn't read discs, but now it does. Strange how that just kind of happens. I'm not sure what it is. It just kind of go from being unreadable to readable every now and then. Randomly. Seemingly randomly. Alright. Let's get some game going, shall we? We're going to be carrying on with Pokemon Blue Randomised. Last time, excuse me, that is going to be the downside of that. That is going to make me a little bit burpy. Excuse me. Last time we accidentally completed Seafoam Islands without really knowing how to do it, but we did, and now we're going to carry on. I suppose today's plan is to get to Sabrina and take care of that. Let's turn the music down. We don't need that. Nice and slow, casual fade down against the wall, and flip over to our gameplay. Wah! Don't need that there. The Menagerie, I believe, is up to date. All good, I think. Let's get straight into this. So, reload. Here we are, yes, right. In Fuchsia City, we took on Mork, the leader of the Poison Gym, and we beat Seafoam Islands. So, yes, I believe now we need to go and take on Sabrina in Saffron, or at least go to Saffron City. Our current team is comprised of my chap Buzztwo, Rhyjohn, Arcamine, Douglas, and Poggers. The dream team, as it were. Oops, wrong button. As I said last time, I think now we're in the stage where we just need to focus on training our team up. I think the time for being selective and evenly leveling Pokemon up is over. Now it's all about the power, and attaining that power, using it effectively to vanquish our foes. It's an aid! I remember you. 50 kinds of Pokemon, that's right. And I don't think we have 50 kinds yet. No, we're still on 28. Guess we won't be getting that XP all then. Which is a shame, because it's probably the most valuable thing we could come across. Where are we? Did we come this way? We didn't come from this way. We had a little peruse around this way. But I don't think we actually did anything this way. Let's go and do some fighting. Want to play with my Pokemon? Sure. We shall play. We shall play. Hey, it's a female girl. It's been a while since we've come across a female girl. Please don't take that out of context. That is probably the worst thing I have ever said that could be misconstrued. This is a family-friendly stream. And when I said it's been a while since we've come across a female girl, that's not what I meant. What I meant was we haven't met a trainer by that name for a long time. Okay? Anyway, my chap is now going to play with her Pokemon. Stop it now. I know you. I know you all. I can see it. You should be clipped. Ah, dang it. Our Lord and Xavier has betrayed us. Some sufficient blackmail right there. Oh, well, never mind. How is everybody? How's everyone's week been? It's been, well, it's only been about 4 days since we've last touched in, but how is everyone? Hope everyone's been keeping busy, doing well over the past couple of days. Vulpix, yes. I will change, because I know that at least one of these Pokemon knows a water move. But I can't remember which, Captain. I think it's Rhyjohn. Did your first AFD on Saturday? I didn't know you'd started back at work, Rage. How are you finding being back at work? Oh, easy Vulpix. That's fine. Happy for Vulpix to do that. Perfect. Takes a load of stress away from me, that. Was the AFD your first day back as well? Because that's an unfair start to proceedings. Okay, just covering. Well, how is it being back at work? Meanwhile, Sam's been on dissertation a whole lot. Barely had the time to check out other people's streams. Oh no! That's a shame. How is the dissertation going? It feels like you've been writing that thing for decades. And bearing in mind I've definitely not known you that long. But it feels like that's been a long, hot struggle, that dissertation. It's great, I've missed it. My feet don't know. It took a while for the feet to get reaccustomed to being active all day, every day. Especially when I've been doing this all day, every day. They were like, oh my god, I forgot that this is what we're used for. How on earth did we support this bulk 4 months ago? Because by the end of it, it was a bulk for me. A bulk for me. Like, I'm not a big person. I'm a very small man. It's an old I'm a Celebrity reference, I think. But I'm fairly sure my feet forgot what it's like to have to support this carcass I carry around. Over 25,000 steps on Saturday. That far surpasses my AFD count. What's my step count like? I don't know. So today at work I only did 8,000. My last AFD is probably I think it's 15,000. It's about 15,000, but I don't walk to work anymore, which is 4,000 each way. So an AFD, if I walk to and from it, will be about 23,000-ish steps, depending on how busy it is. Started in March, 10% left to do. You can do it! I believe. I believe. The female girl, on the other hand, was too impatient. But Egg Savior, Sam the Egg Savior. I believe. You can do it. If I can write a dissertation on stand-up comedy, anyone can do anything. When I whistle, I can summon bird Pokemon. Oh, weirdo. Featherhead, of course. How could I forget? With a Nidorino. I only recently learned, okay, and very, very slow on the uptake, given how this is now part 9, I think, of Pokemon Blue. And we have had Nidorino, Poggers the Nidorino, since the very beginning. It's only just come to my attention that Poggers is the name of some kind of like Twitch emote or something like that. I had no idea. I am so not up with internet culture. I thought Poggers was just a name that someone had plucked out of the air and was like, yeah, let's do that. And it was like, great, I didn't realise it was a actual name of something. But like I said, I'm not up on internet culture. So I have absolutely no idea. The only way I would have gotten it is if we'd have named him Kappa. I know Kappa is a Twitch thing as well. It's kind of like the Twitch equivalent of the troll face, I think. But that's about it. I know someone who wrote an essay on comedy and animation. Ugh. Whew. That's tough, especially given how a lot of animation these days isn't that funny. It's funny on a first pass. It loses its charm after a little while, I think. Mine was solely about stand-up comedy. I wrote whether or not offensive comedy has a place in performance, whether it's appropriate to perform material that people may consider offensive. And basically, what it came down to, we were able to write our dissertation on pretty much anything we wanted to, so long as it was related to performance. My degree is in drama, so as long as it was related to performance, then that was fine. So I went with that, basically because I thought that it would be fun to research. I couldn't think of any ideas, so I thought I would go with stand-up, because that way at least most of my research can just be spent watching YouTube videos of stand-up comedians doing the stuff that they do best. And then I wrote however many words it was on that, and the conclusion I drew from it was, yes, there is a place, but also no, there isn't. Make up your own mind. If you don't like it, don't watch it. I think is what it came down to, basically. Missing stuff. Here we are. Poggers is like a synonym of nice, cool, sweet. I see. He used Wile E. Coyote. Oh, well, yeah. Wile E. Has there been any... Sorry, my cursor's on screen. Has there been any kind of... I don't want to say good comedy animation, because that kind of sets the wrong precedent. But has there been anything as good, is probably the way to word it. Has there been any kind of animated comedy as good as Wile E. Coyote or like Tom and Jerry and that sort of thing since those shows? The dissection of why things are funny to their core that was soul crushing. Yeah, well, that's the thing, is kind of when you tell a joke and then you have to explain why it's funny, and then you realise just how destroying it is to have to explain humour and why things are funny to people. Unless you're doing it for irony, which I very often do. When people don't get my jokes or are fed up of my jokes, they go, it's funny because of this. That's ironic, but when you have to legitimately sit down and explain why something is funny, it's like pulling teeth. The thing I do enjoy, and I'm fairly sure that your friend will have had to reference this at some point if writing about Wile E. Coyote, is the cartoon laws of physics, or something like that. I thoroughly enjoy those laws. Those are, like, it's so true for everything, but they are worded in such a way. Things like gravity doesn't exist until the character notices that it isn't existing. It's something like that. You know, a character runs out and then they're stood over a hole, but then they hover there until they go, and then they're gone. As soon as they notice that there is no gravity, there is gravity, and then they go. Those kinds of things. I absolutely adore those. It has taken a new direction from, I think, like, it's fair to say, from like the invention of Family Guy is when animated comedy started to move into where it is now. Appreciate there are shows like South Park and that kind of thing that came before, which did their own thing, and although I'm not much of a fan of it, South Park does what it does very, very well. Shows like The Simpsons did very well initially, from what I gather. Now they've really kind of lost their way. Why has every one of these guys got an Articuno, by the way? So we got that as well. Futurama was solid. Was a very solid animated comedy. But as Sam said, it's kind of meta comedy and irony. It's not the sort of slapstick stuff from the Looney Tunes, the kind of quote unquote the golden age of animated comedy, I suppose, is probably the way to put it. He had to do that for 3,000 words. He was whinging about having to write for 3,000 words. That's nothing. The only reason I'd be whinging about 3,000 words is because I didn't have enough words to say what I wanted to say. silent comedy doesn't really exist these days. I think that's the chat. I feel like the only real kind of silent comedy that exists at the moment is probably like Wallace and Gromit, which they haven't done a new Wallace and Gromit for like what? How long? Ages. I always remember Wallace and Gromit and the wrong trousers being a good special. How come Charizard knows Bubble Beam? And how come he gets to use it before I do? Okay, that didn't go well. I feel like Douglas is the next best shout. If he has a water attack, that's fine. Oh, Drill Peck, go. You haven't mentioned that. Yeah, the cartoon laws of physics. I think we could probably go and have a look at, but it's that kind of thing. The idea of how you can like paint a tunnel on a wall, and then it can instantly be used as a tunnel, and that kind of all the stuff that only exists in Wile E. Coyote cartoons, basically. No matter how far an object and a person is falling, the character will always accelerate faster than the object, hit the floor first, and the object will then always fall on top of them, even if it has to move to catch them. Cartoon laws of physics would have definitely been way up on the list of stuff that I'd have mentioned. Let me try out the Pokemon I just got in a trade. Ooh, I wonder what she's gotten. It's another female girl. Oh, she got a Krabby. Not sure about that. Krabby that knows Fire Blast. Articuno. Sleep powder didn't work. This is a high-powered Krabby. We should try and get ourselves a Krabby. This is a good moveset. Fire Blast. Ice Beam. That's pretty decent. my chap used Body Slam. If only Toby knew of the chaos he has now unleashed on the world. Oh man, loads of people streaming tonight. Got Simply Sarcasm has just gone live. Danglewatch has just gone live. However, y'all can stay here. I appreciate it. When you could be doing so much else with your evening, like, I don't know. I think there's a documentary on about Barbara Windsor. Could be watching that. But I thank you for not. Or Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with Jeremy Clarkson. I think that's on as well. But again, like, y'all don't need to go and watch that. This is where the entertainment is. Right here. Oh, good. Vulpix explosion. Keeps things nice and simple. This feels like a very weak Nidoking, by the way. Hydration break. I have got water here as well for the hydration because, as everyone knows, adult beverages are dehydrants. So, we have got some water as well. Ted's here as well from last stream. I got Ted in the background as always. My little guy right here. He looks really far away, but I can't do much more about him. But there he is. I'll just leave him propped up right there. He'll become like a little mascot for the stream. Oh no, he fell down. Stand up. Come on. I know you're tired. You had a long old day of just sitting on my bed, but you're okay now. Ted the Bear emote when? That's fine. That's got to be after the Scyther emo. I've got my 3 tiers. We got Scyther for the bad jokes, and then for like cute little adorable moments, we get like a little squishy like Ted the Bear emote. Oh, Hairdo! Yes, Hairdo! I remember you. That'd be adorable. Like just a little squish. Just like a little kind of little squished up face, like squish. Squish. Squash it down a bit. It just smells great as well, like this little guy. He gets a wash every now and then, and then smells like washing powder. Anyway. Excuse me. Anyway, I'm as I think I've mentioned, I know I've mentioned I'm back at work now for my real life job, which means that I have stories to tell you about weirdos, lunatics, morons, just absolute bizarreness. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, stories, yes. Gather ye round, and I shall spin you a yarn of some of the craziness that I have had to deal with this week. Bearing in mind, this week, my working week is only 3 days old. My working week goes from Sunday to Saturday. And I have a story for each day. Sunday, Monday, and today. Nick's Nook of Ne'er-Do-Wells. Yeah, that's my local town, you know it? We've there's a lot of oddness in my my local town, and I shall now attempt to spin you a yarn whilst fighting against Pokemon. So, cast your minds back to the evening of Sunday, the whatever it would have been, 16th of August. The time was, I don't know, maybe about 9ish, something like that. Anyway, those details are inconsequential to the main focus of the story. For those who may be unaware, just to clarify, I am a bartender in real life. I work in a bar, because that's where bartenders work. So, I was at work, and we had a... Do you want a map? Should I do like a little... I can do like a little crude paint drawing if it will help to visualise the setting a bit. Maybe the 16th. Who cares what time? May not even have been this year. But maybe I won't do. Maybe I won't kind of. Maybe I won't do the drawing, because otherwise we're not actually going to make any progress in the game. Oh, we love. Well, do you want a map? Do you want a drawing? It'll be very crude and on paint. It won't be anywhere good. Oh, I've got it. This guy's trying to mug me. Okay. Well, that's not very nice. What were the bikers called? I can't even remember what they sounded like now. Were these the guys who sounded like Elvis? Something like that? Something like that. Jets official. I choose you! How are you doing, Jets? You good this evening? All well? Theatre of the mind. Exactly. Picture it. Picture it within your mind's eye. This guy's got an Articuno as well! What's this? This is like the 4th one? This is outrageous! Just setting up at the moment. Nice. Little bit of pre-stream streams. Oh. Anyways, I was at work, and actually, do I have a story from Sunday? It doesn't matter. Let's tell the stories from Monday instead, because that's where And that's the absurdity. I have pictures that I want to show you, but GDPR means that I can't. So, sorry about that. More like Arctic Mucho. That was tough to get my tongue around. R2 Machikuno? I don't know. Stream's going very well, Jets. It's going very well. It's a typical affair where I aim to tell a single story, end up telling 6, and neglect to tell the story that I wanted to tell in the first place. Yes, this is on an emulator. It's obtained a ROM and put it through a randomizer. Hence why I'm fighting my 3rd, 4th Articuno of the stream. This Zapdos we've got right here, we bought for 500 Pokepounds instead of the Magikarp from the Pokemon Center. He then had the audacity to say that he'd conned us. So I think you'll find that you were the one who was conned. Oh, excuse me. Anyways, right, let's go to yesterday, because yesterday's story is the one that I can actually tell with a bit of clarity. So, on Mondays at work we have a pub quiz, and it was in full swing. Everything was going wonderfully. And early on in the day I had received a message from the other managers in the area saying that they'd had to kick a woman out because she was mad. Not only was she drinking her own alcohol in their pub, but she also tried to steal the balls from their pool table. So, definitely a couple of swings short of a playground. And she'd kind of busied herself around the rest of town for no real purpose. But anyway, in the evening, she finally arrived at our place. I saw her stood outside talking to some man on the street. So I kind of readied myself. I was like, right, here we go. I'm going to have to tell her to move on. So I went and stood in the doorway. I was like, is everything okay out here? And she spins around. And in a very thick German accent, says something to me. No idea what. She just speaks at me with a German accent. And then the guy she was talking to, he stood behind her and he's going, can I leave her with you? Like mouthing it to me. And I'm like, yeah, you're going to have to. Don't worry, I'll take care of this. So off he goes. Poor fellow was only trying to do his shopping and she'd harassed him and followed him around town. So there she was, stood in front of me, and she was like, I need to find a train station. So I said, right, well, that way. You need to go that way. And she was like, is there a bus stop? I was like, literally right behind you. There's the bus stop just there. Or there's one up that way if you want to be heading that way. Then you can go there. She was like, how do I get to East London? And like I'm outside London. Like it's a half-hour train ride into London, but I'm not in the city of London. So it's like, how do I get to East London? Like, train station's that way. Go that way. So then she asked about how do I get to South London? And I mean, technically, we're already in it, but I don't really want her to stay. So how do I get to South London? Train station's that way. And she just kind of pushed past me and came into the pub. And then I kind of have to go after her. I was like, sorry, I don't want you in here because you're crazy. And she's just not listening to me. She moves further into the pub a little bit and stands like shoulder to shoulder with a couple of customers who are sat down trying to do the pub quiz. And I'm trying to get her out. I was like, you need to at least step away from someone else because, you know, don't know if you've watched the news, but there's a bit of a plague on at the moment. But she just was not listening. And then the female member of staff I was working with, she came over and was like, he's talking to you, can you just turn around and speak to him? And all that. And she grabbed my colleague's arm and stuff. We were trying to move this woman out, and she was resisting. Like she would not be moved. What was it? Was it Margaret Thatcher? This woman's not for moving is not the exact quote, but it's close enough. You take my point. And so like, we couldn't move her. I tried to drag this woman out a little bit. My colleague was trying to push her out, and we eventually got her to turn around and follow me out. And she was like, "Can you call me a taxi?" I was like, "How many other modes of transport?" And so yeah, she said, "Can you call me a taxi?" And I went, "You're a taxi." I didn't, because that's unprofessional. And she was like, "Can you call me a taxi?" And I said, "I can't call you a taxi because if something happens to you in that taxi, then as I called it for you, it's my responsibility, and therefore I can get in trouble and all that sort of stuff." Which incidentally is why places generally won't call you a cab if you've had too much and you need to get home. They'll just send you to the cab office or give you a card and say, well, no, most places won't even give you a card anymore because then it can still be traced back and you could still potentially blame the venue if something bad happens to you in the cab. Anyway, she was like, "Can you call me a taxi?" I said, "I can't call you a taxi." So then she started speaking to me in German. Fluent German. It's another Articuno? This is what, number 5? This is supposed to be randomized. And you have given... Well, I mean, I guess 5 Articunos is kind of random. You know, technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a random sequence of numbers, depending on, you know, your perspective. But anyway, then she started speaking to me in fluent German. And I don't speak German. I couldn't understand her. It only occurred to me today that I could have said to her words to the effect of "Nein, sprachen Sie Deutsch," which I think literally translates to "No, speak the German." But what kind of moves is that from? The movesets are randomized as well. Every Pokemon's got random moves. They can learn random TMs they wouldn't ordinarily be able to learn. So there is no tactics to it whatsoever. My Victreebel right here. Nein, sprachen Sie Deutsch. Sprechen Sie Deutsch. Yeah, is "no, speak the German." As a literal translation, I think. But yeah, look, my Victreebel knows Drill Peck and Aurora Beam. Don't know how it manages to peck things, but apparently it can. But yeah, it only occurred to me today that I could have just tried that and she may have left, but then she may have gotten really angry. Who knows? And so, excuse me, after she'd started speaking to me in German, I was like, "Look, I'm sorry, you need to leave now. The train station's that way." And she went, "Dankeschön, Dankeschön, Dankeschön," which I do know means "thank you very much," or, you know, words to the effect of. And then bear in mind, like, I was stood in the door, she was still she was in our porchway, so she'd have to walk past me to leave, which was probably a dumb decision. But as she walked past me, she linked with my arm. She wrapped her arm around mine, linked my arm, and then started walking off with me, dragging me away. With her, I mean, first and foremost, there's a plague on. Why are you touching me? Secondly, if there wasn't a plague on, why are you touching me? And then, like, she had me linked by the arm, so I had to kind of like wiggle my arm out of hers and be like, "No, I'm really sorry, I work here, which means I have to stay here. And even if I didn't work here, I don't really want to come with you because you are not on this planet." She was balmy. Absolutely insane. Insane. And I came in, I sanitized my hands, I sanitized my arms, I sanitized my face. Okay, everything. Because she was quite close to me as well. She was getting like, she came right close to my face. So I was like, I just want to sanitize everything. I got home, all of the clothes straight in the washing bin. No chances. Bearing in mind she was already drunk, she had stuff down her t-shirt, which was on back to front and inside out. Like an absolute loon. And then, shortly after she left, I was stood outside trying to make sure that she didn't come back. And the fella she was talking to in the first case walked past again and was like, she gone? And I said, I'm not 100% sure. I just know she's not here anymore. And that's when he said, like, I was only trying to do my shopping, and then she followed me around the supermarket asking for directions, so I led her here, and then you arrived. I'm sorry to have left her with you. It's like, it's fine. I work here. I deal with crazy people a lot. I would rather me deal with it than just, you know, you've got better things to be doing with your time, whereas I'm getting paid, partly, to deal with lunatics. But it was absolutely... So I came in and I apologised to the customer she was getting really close to, as I'm sorry, we did try and move her away as best as we could. And they said, oh no, don't worry, it's fine, I'm sure I've seen her get kicked out of a different pub in the area. Oh good, thank you. Thanks for that. So yeah, it was a bit of a bizarre evening yesterday. There was also another lady walking around who's quite heavily pregnant, and she was drunk, which is, yeah, that's a whole different debate. It's an interesting debate though, because I've had this chat with a few people I've worked with over the years. Excuse me. Had this debate with a few people I've worked with over the years about oh god, it dug a hole. As bartenders, where does a customer's personal choice end and a bartender's social responsibility begin? Because obviously, even though whilst you're pregnant you shouldn't drink, you know, there's the whole debate of, well, it's my body, it's my baby, I can do exactly what I want. And yeah, that's absolutely fine. You know, because I would draw... Why this Jolteon is driving me insane. Can I... Right, let's nail this down, because Buzztwo is a bird Pokemon, and therefore Dig will not work. So, yeah, the debate kind of goes between how much the person as a pregnant lady goes, well, it's my body, it's my baby, if I want to drink then I can, versus a bartender's social responsibility to ensure that people are drinking safely. Which is why if you've ever had too much to drink and the bartender says they're not serving you, that'll be why. And I always kind of... The way I would look at it is if... I could only call it on someone if I had absolutely zero doubt as to whether or not they were pregnant. Because it's not worth the embarrassing exchange of, I'm not giving you any more because you're pregnant, and then them going, no, I'm not. And that's just mortifying, and I don't want to find myself in that position. So if I can see that there is someone who is very, very clearly pregnant, and they come in and they seem sound of mind, i.e. they haven't been drinking elsewhere, and they want a drink, then I would give them a drink. If they come up again, I would probably give them a second, because I respect that they have the right to choose what they want to do for their baby and body, and I go, this is the last one that we are going to give you here. And then they would probably kick up a bit of a fuss and go, oh, well, it's my body, my baby. And it's like, yeah, but I'm the one with the alcohol, and I'm going to decide when you can have one and when you can't. The ultimate bartender power. But it is an interesting debate on that sort of thing, and I'm always interested to find out what people's opinions are on that. Drinking vodka Diet Cokes at like 11 AM. Yeah, that's it. If you don't realise, if you don't know that someone's pregnant, then there's nothing you can do about it. And it's the same thing if someone, in my opinion, if someone's not clearly showing, I can't really do much about it. I would just trust their judgment. It is interesting. I do enjoy it. You absolutely, yeah, Jess, you're right. You can refuse to anyone for absolutely any reason whatsoever. One of the perks of working in the service industry at the moment is that pretty much every venue is working on a bookings only policy. So as soon as you have anyone come up to the door that you don't like the look of, you just go, nah, sorry, we're full, go away, bye. And it's great. You've got such a level of control. We've had zero problems because we just keep all the morons at bay. Apart from the crazy lady yesterday, but that was because she pushed past me. Okay, we didn't let her in; she forced her way in. We did have to throw some gentlemen out yesterday because they were doing naughty things in the toilet. Or one of them was caught doing naughty things in the toilet. Let's just say, although it was warm outside, it was snowing in the toilet. And we caught him whilst it was snowing, and we had to ask him to leave. But like, other than that, it's been an absolute breeze. This has probably been the best time, like in my opinion. I've been having an absolute blast at work. This is probably the best time to be working in the service industry, because at least in the venue we are, everything's nice and relaxed. We're regulating people coming in on the door. It's never a ridiculously busy shift. Everything's done as table service, so tips are pretty decent as long as you're nice to people. I think it's a really great time to be in the job. But having said that, I have been doing it for 7 years, so it might just be more a case of Stockholm Syndrome rather than the job actually being good. Who is it who knows cut? Rhyjohn, thank you. I am not working tomorrow. I have tomorrow and Thursday off because tomorrow... I don't think I've actually mentioned this on stream yet. Tomorrow I'm actually moving out of this room, this house that I am now currently residing in. I'm moving out and we'll be moving a little bit closer to work. So I'm not in work tomorrow or Thursday, and I will likely not be streaming again this week just till I get everything set up. But yes. Psywave! Psywave's a good move, I think, actually. Who do we give it to? We need to size up everyone's move pools and see what we can have. Psywave's a good move. Oh yeah, tips have been so sexy. Like, the guys at work have been doing solid work. They're earning a real nice amount. I'm earning nothing because I'm on salary, so I don't get tips. But the other guys, they're doing a wonderful job. I can't remember who it was now. Psywave. Psywave might be good for Rhydon. I think I'm going to teach it to Rhydon. I think we'll do that. Oh, Rhydon wasn't able to. Oops. Oh well. Need help with the move? Potentially. I'm not entirely sure what my plan is, to be honest. I think basically what I'm going to do is just load up my car with furniture and the things that I need. I don't know. Like, I mean, we'll be meeting at work and probably hanging out at work between moves. So if you are about, there'll be time to hang out and stuff. But I don't actually know if I've got space for help with moving out. Once I've filled the car, I don't know. We'll see. We can plan it out. Better place to just moving a bit closer to work and just to kind of get out and spread my wings and fly away. Yeah, just to kind of get out and get a little bit of independence and stuff like that. It'll once streaming is set up in that place, then I'll have a lot more freedom to stream what I want and when I want as well. So it'll be advantageous for everybody concerned. But tomorrow's the day when I need to start moving gear over, because gosh only knows when I'm gonna get some more time off to do it. Proper streaming space. Yeah, I mean, like, oh, I don't need to pause like that. Don't get me wrong, like, my room at the moment is pretty decent. Like, it's a relatively small room, so the acoustics aren't awful. There's enough furniture in here, so it's not like too echoey. But things like my chair literally only fits in this gap between here and my bed, and in order to get out, I literally have to slide all the way out here to then be able to get out and leave the room. So it'd be nice to just have a little bit more space behind and make things a little bit more convenient and all that kind of nonsense. Plus, actually, like the oh yeah, no, that's the main reason I'm leaving, is because of the dang dog next door. No, it's part of the reason. Part of the reason that dog does my head in. But it's not a massive reason, because where I am moving closer to work and it is on a main road, I'm still going to get woken up by traffic, pub deliveries and all that sort of thing. If you ever live near a pub, when they're having their beer dropped off in the morning, good grief is it loud. My gosh. So, I don't know which side to go. Let's go left. So, it's definitely give and take, but the place itself is great. Like, it's kind of hidden away off of the main road. You wouldn't know it was there unless you were looking for it. It's got like a nice little veranda balcony kind of thing. That's really, really nice little place, especially for like its location as well. So, looking forward to it. You can roll from the pub to your bed. I could do. I mean, that's part of the advantages. That is literally a 3-minute walk, if that, from the house to work, and it's right, like, it's within a stone's throwing distance of Domino's, to the point, like, it's so close to Domino's that the pang of guilt from getting a delivery driver to deliver the pizza would be too much. I'd have to go and pick it up. It could basically frisbee it from the shop door to the house. Pub house too, you bet. But the main problem is that in order to get there, it's like up a spiral staircase. So, like, it's not. I could certainly roll from the house to the pub because it's just. But a bit more difficult to get from the pub back to the house. Also very difficult to move furniture up a spiral staircase, but we'll give it a go. When my friend first moved in there, they had to throw a rope over the side of the balcony and kind of hoist things up. So I think the stuff I'll be bringing is flat pack enough that shouldn't be a problem. I'm not bringing anything big. It's got a built-in wardrobe in the room, so I don't need to worry about that. Maybe just one chest of drawers which can be carried up. A desk, computer, like, that can all be carried up. There ain't anything that needs to be hoisted up like it was a bag of flour. Oh, the Buddha bag. Do it for the memes. I came in like a Domino's. Oh, what's good against Marowak? Will Rhyjohn do the job? Oh, let's go Douglas. It's got leaf attacks. Yeah, the Buddha bag was sensational. It's like the biggest, comfiest pile of cushion ever. My bed. I ain't taking this. I ain't taking this. I've still got the flat pack bed that I had at Pub House 1. So we're just going to give the mattress a little dust down, Febreze it, hoover it, all that sort of thing. The frame of that itself was flat pack. To be honest, the mattress is probably going to be the most cumbersome part to move around because mattresses don't fold. Not easily, anyway. So, like, furniture-wise, it's not going to be a problem. And also, there's a spare mattress there. So, like, actually, everything's kind of made. You know, ain't got to worry about a thing. The only downside is it hasn't got parking. So, I'll have to leave my car here at my parents' house. And if I ever need to drive anywhere, then I'll need to leave my new house 40 minutes earlier than I otherwise would have had to. So that I can get here to get the car to go to where I need to go. Fortunately, though, there's nowhere that I really need to drive to, though. There's a thumping noise coming through. Oh no. Like I say, I'm up against my desk, so it might be I might be bumping the desk with my chair or my hands on the keyboard or something like that. Unless people are doing building work next door, which they shouldn't be at 9 PM. I think it may be me. I think I may just be being very clumsy. Won't be a problem for much longer, though, as soon as I can stretch out. I did it at the start of the stream. The only way I can stretch out at the moment is by activating the recline. And then just playing like this instead. But then it's a difficult stretch. It does feel more relaxed, though, in a way. Anyone redeeming the posture check now? Can't I keep it at the pub? I could do, but parking at the pub has become an absolute nightmare. Because let me come back up. You probably can't hear me now. There we are. Also, the chair squeaks a bit as well, so it might be something to do with that. And never mind. You got a mic shock mounted. No. So the mic itself is on the desk, and in order to combat shock, I've got the very high-tech solution. We're gonna go on a journey. Okay, you ready for this? We're going on a journey. My high-tech solution is a towel under the keyboard. That's it. Very high-tech. You can actually see, right? Look, you can actually see where my wrist rests on this. Oh, you probably can't actually, unless I bring you all the way down. So, like, you can. Come on, cable. There we go. So you can see the kind of indent here where my wrist sits for when I'm using WASD. So you got the indent in the in the towel. Yeah, professional streamer right here. I like to think of it as cheap and cheerful. Efficient is what I like to think of it as. But you're right. Like an actual shock mount would be good. A hanging mic could be wonderful. This mic is the only mic I have ever owned. Apart from a year or two at the start of me making YouTube videos. So I realise I've been stuck on this screen for ages. Apart from like the first year or two of YouTube when I had a headset, this is the only mic that I have ever had. It's Blue Snowball, and it's got to be coming up on like 10-ish years old now, something like that. It's an absolute dinosaur. Again, do you want to know cheap and cheerful solution? My mic hasn't got a pop filter. Just put a sock over it. Great. Does the job absolutely fine. Acts as a small pop filter. Kind of pads the audio a little bit so it's not too sharp and ringy. I used one from a pair that was odd, so you know, I've not lost a sock or anything. But cheap and efficient solutions, that's what we aim for right here. I use a shirt and dice containers. Yeah, I think I've seen that on yours. The ultimate cowboy streamer. Enjoy the rest of your days. Yeah. Like the mic itself has got like some rubber footing on there, but I imagine that's more just for grip than for actual like padding. So the sorry, I had the posture check and the hydration break that I didn't redeem, didn't I? So I got posture check, all nice. Hydration break sorted. Wonderful. So I've got a medical question. Okay, I presume it's medical. I have begun to notice, and this is weird. Oh, Herman Lee's just gone live. Any Dragon Force fans? Herman Lee's live. I'd love it if you could stay here, though. I can't play guitar like him, but I bet he can't tell stories like I do. Anyway, yes, so my question. I have noticed now that whenever I lick my lips, like just around there, it tastes chemically. Not, yeah, like a bit chemically, kind of like a soapy sort of chemical taste. And it's only recently started. And I don't know what it means. All I can think of is that where I'm having to sanitize my hands so much that I'm now basically replacing my bodily fluids with alcohol gel and sanitizing fluid. And it's somehow kind of coming out of my saliva or something like that, but my mouth doesn't taste like it. It's literally just my lips. And I have no idea. Have you been smooching Mr. Clean? What's my name? That name again is Mr. Clean. I've worked out what the bopping is, by the way. I got restless legs. Literally just kind of clocked what it will be, and I'm kind of tapping the foot and tapping my foot and all that sort of thing. So probably something to do with that. I haven't been smooching Mr. Clean. No. Do you put your fingers in your mouth or near your mouth a lot? Yes, but never kind of knowingly like on my lips and stuff. If I'm at work, normally I'll be sat at the host stand, so I have a laptop in front of me, which means I'll normally just be kind of sat here like this. So I mean, I guess it's plausible, but I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of, is that it would be something to do with the sanitizing gel. Otherwise, I may be in trouble. No, the symptom is loss of taste, isn't it? Not tasting chemicals. So, should be fine. Otherwise, I need to call a lot of people. Shouldn't joke. It's either that or you're dying. Oh, that brings me on to some more stories. So first of all, I will tell the story that Rach referenced, the enjoy the rest of your days story. Gather ye round for another intricate yarn of storytelling and wordsmithery. You could also be sweating anything you have on your face into your mouth. I only sanitized my face once because of the crazy lady yesterday. So unless like I've literally absorbed that much like sanitizer through my hands that I am now just sweating sanitizer. Anyways, gather ye round. So, years and years ago, about halfway through my pub career, it was lunchtime at the place in which I worked, and these two lovely elderly ladies had come in for some lunch. Excuse me. They had come in for some lunch. Took their food over to them. And they started eating it all up. I busied myself cleaning or whatever. I think I was on my own at the time. I busied myself doing some cleaning or something like that. I don't really remember. And it's entirely inconsequential. I see the two elderly ladies get up from their table and start putting their coats on, which is the universal signal for I have finished my meal and I am going to leave now. So I went over to them as they were putting their coats on, and I said to the two elderly ladies, "Oh, are you off now? He was like, oh yeah, we're off now. Like, how was everything with your meal? And I was like, oh, it was lovely, thank you. So I picked up the plates, and then these two old ladies started walking off towards the exits. I picked up these plates. I was like, oh, that's so good to hear. Thank you, ladies. Enjoy the rest of your days. And then off I went. And it was only as I got halfway across the floor with their plates that I realised I had just told two elderly ladies to enjoy the rest of their days. Which is not something you really say to a person unless you intend to kill them. And in fairness, I never saw them again. But that's one of the biggest Freudian slips I think I've made. But the thing was, I was halfway across the floor with their plates. I froze and was like, do I go back and apologise and risk them then going, apologise for what? And then I've got to go, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't want you to think that I'd accidentally put a curse on you. Or do I just walk on and hope that they didn't take it in that way? And of course I did what any sane person would do and just carried on walking as if I had done nothing wrong. So yes, I'm hoping that they survived and that I didn't curse them. But like, the thing was, in my mind, at the time, by me saying enjoy the rest of your days, that was me acknowledging both of them as two separate people. Because for all I knew, their days, like, they would have come, they would have met, they would have sat down, they had lunch, and it's like, oh, that's lovely, brilliant. And then they get up, they leave, and then they go, it was lovely to see you, yeah, it was lovely to see you too. And separate directions, off they go. That's it. So by saying enjoy the rest of your days, it's like, well, you go and enjoy your day shopping, and you go and enjoy your day looking after your pet cat, or something, you know. That's what it felt. That's what it was in my mind at the time. But it was only afterwards that I realised just how it sounded, and I was like, ah. Still, never mind. What can you do? Nothing is luck afterwards. Definitely the other way around. The thing is, I am sure that my bad luck at work is because of that day. They cursed me because they thought that I had cursed them, whereas they didn't realise that I don't actually possess any kind of supernatural power. Just to give you... Right, here we go. Let's... Isn't language so beautifully awkward? Isn't Nick so beautifully awkward? Here's I have a note on my phone, okay? Because one day I would like to write a sitcom about my time in the industry, and as a result, I have written down various things that have occurred to me whilst at work. This is the list of stuff that has gone wrong, and just in otherwise caused me great distress whilst at work. That is a super long list of stuff. And I'll work my way through all of these stories one day. No problem, Jets. No problem, Jets. Thank you for dropping in and saying hello and hanging out. I hope your stream goes well. And we'll try and jump in a little bit later on. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy. So yeah, that's the story of me cursing two elderly ladies and then forever being cursed by them. I had the fire alarm go off in 4 times in one shift once. That's an indication of my luck at work. And you know what? Hasn't even stopped. Hasn't even stopped. One of the people who lives above our pub came down and was like, "Oh, by the way, I'm going to be doing some cooking. I know the fire alarm's a little bit nervous. What's the code?" And I was like, "Don't worry, I'm a pro. I know what to do with this." Anyway, he comes back down later on and I was like, "Did you cook?" He said, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, the alarm didn't go off. Nice one." Like 10 minutes later, the alarm went off. It's like, how does the fire alarm go off when he wasn't even cooking? It's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. My luck with fire. Everywhere I work has a fire alarm that is just nervous and just goes off randomly. I was shopping in Sainsbury's and the fire alarm went off once. For no reason. Don't know why. At least I didn't have to deal with the finger. It is written down on here though. Let me find what I wrote. Yep, it's down here, black and white. The fingerless female is what it says. We had a that was a good few years ago. My memory of being told about the event was that a lady got her finger trapped in the joint that automatically closes fire doors. I'm assuming like she was drunk and she was coming through the door and was like, woo! Had her hands in the air, and then the joint shut and just is what I was led to believe. Basically took the top of her finger off. And yeah, that wasn't very good. I had to send her to hospital with the top in an iced bag, I believe. Jump kick is useless, my chap, come on. So yeah, that was unfortunate. That was not good. Between Double Team and Sand Attack, my chap doesn't stand a chance. Oh, the bumping that Jets may have been able to hear might also be my phone going off. The work WhatsApp is pinging. I'll pop it on the bed over there. No one picked up her finger till Dave mentioned it. Not good. Not good. I'm just trying to think what else has gone on. It's been absurd. I don't know what it is with the local area, but people are bananas. Oh, I can tell you a story about another man. I can tell you a story about a man. So imagine it being immaculately manicured. She just got acrylics. The fox, yes, yeah. I'll do those stories all together because there's a few animal stories. So yeah, so the other day there was a man who came into the pub, and he's known in our pub. He's not regular, but he would come along to our open mic night every now and then, and he'd play. He'd have a little ukulele that he would play. And so we know his face. And anyway, he had come in. I was at the host's table because I need to check people in to take details and stuff. So he came in, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, hi there. Do you mind if I just take a full name and a number for you before you come in?" And he was like, "Oh, no, I never give a name." I was like, I just need a name and a number if that's okay, just so that I can check you into the pub. And he was like, "Oh, my name is David Blogs." I was like, "This is," I said to him, like, "This is to do with the NHS's track and trace program. It's kind of important for me to have a legitimate way of contacting you, so that if we have a case of the virus in the pub, we can call you to advise you to get a test." To which he then went, "Oh, okay, well, my name is..." Gave me his name and number. Or what felt like a more legitimate name and number than David Blogs. And this was on the really hot day we had, like last week. As I was typing his phone number into our system, I looked up and he's completely unbuttoned his shirt. So I said to him, "I know it's hot, but I'm going to need you to do your shirt up." Nice and professionally. Didn't make a thing of it. So I need you to do your shirt up. So he did up the bottom button. It was like, there we are. That's it. I'm going to need you to do a few more than that. He was like, well, how many should I do? Just, I'll tell you when to stop buttoning them up. So he did. He did a second and a third, and he did the fourth. And I could leave it there. Like the V kind of came down to like probably about here, which I feel is like is reasonably acceptable on a male. Like it's a reasonably acceptable kind of V for torso to be exposed. And he was wearing a necklace as well, so it kind of covered up a little bit of the flesh and stuff. So that felt like the minimum. And I was like, that's fine. Let me show you to your space. Sat him down, and he had a load of shopping with him from like River Island and like various clothes shops and stuff. He sat down, and he was like, "Are you serving food?" So I got him a food menu, and he wanted our vegan burger, which comes with chips. It's like a plant-based burger. It's quite nice. Like the flavour's quite nice. The texture of the thing is feels like bread between bread. It's very odd, but neither here nor there. Anyway, he ordered the burger, and then he went off to the toilet. Fine, fair enough. People need to go to the lavatory. That's okay. So off he went, and he was gone for a good while. So I was like, I'm gonna go into the toilet and see what's going on, just in case it's snowing in there, or whatever. So I went in, and he had taken off the shirt that I had asked him to button up and was putting another one on. I was like, I kind of walked in and he was just pulling it down over the rest of his body. And whilst doing that, he was on FaceTime. He had his phone kind of propped up against the mirror, and he was FaceTiming someone as he was getting changed. And he was saying stuff like, "Oh, this is the kind of place this is. I absolutely love this place. You need to dress smartly and properly to fit in here. So this is what I'm wearing now, and it's absolutely great. I've got to show you this place. It looks great." And I was like, oh yeah, I didn't know what to. I just walked away and left him to it. I didn't know what to do or what to say. I was like, okay. Anyway, as I came out of the bathroom, went and told my colleague because I couldn't quite believe what had happened, and then he comes out of the bathroom still FaceTiming his friends in Scotland. I later learned he was FaceTiming. He was like, "Oh, I've got to show you this pub. Let me show you this pub." Like that, and then turns around the camera, so it's filming out of there, and he's just kind of filming around the venue. And I had to go over to him and say, "You can't film in here because no one else in here has consented to you broadcasting their image in any way. You need to stop filming everyone. If you want to FaceTime someone, then you have to sit at your table and do it where you are in frame. And that is it. You can't wander around videoing." And he was like, "Oh, so sorry." He hung up and whatever. In this time, his food has arrived at his table, but he's not interested. That's just sitting over there. And he came up to me and was like, "I'm so sorry. I wasn't filming. I was on FaceTime to my friends in Scotland." I was like, even still, no one in here has consented to you broadcasting their image to your friends in Scotland or to anyone. You can't film or feature any of these people on video. And he was apologetic and stuff and all that. What I didn't tell you, whilst I was in the bathroom, I overheard him say words to the effect of, "I've been planning this escape for years and now it's all come together. I've even got a Mercedes convertible." I had no idea what to make of that. Either he's escaping from the law, a partner, a asylum, no idea. Like, it completely threw me. And then rather than going and eating his food, he went outside for a cigarette. And was talking to people outside and pestering them. His food went stone cold. Came back in, I managed to get him to sit down and eat his food. And as I was clearing his plate away, he started telling me what a rough lockdown he's had and stuff like that. And I began to actually kind of feel for him, because it did sound like he'd had a really tough time. But it was insane. Absolutely bananas. No expectation of privacy in a public place. Okay, but like even still, you can't go round and do that, really. I mean, I get it, he wasn't actually filming people, but at the same time, if everyone else has just come out for a quiet drink and there's a loony wandering around filming, bearing in mind I used to vlog, people give you sideways glances, and I'm sure, and a lot of people are probably too timid to actually go, can you stop filming me, or whatever you're doing. I'd be the same, but like, I'm fairly happy in front of a camera anyway. It doesn't really bother me, so I wouldn't be too concerned by it. But at the same time, where that's a different situation in my personal life, I wouldn't be too bothered by it. But when you're in the place that I work at, and the well-being of everyone within that venue is solely upon my shoulders, I'm not wanting to run any sort of risk of any kind. And plus, you know what my luck is like. Why would I give any kind of additional ammunition to anyone for anything? Oh, dang it, I kept the wrong Pokemon out. Like, it would come back on me in some way, shape or form. So I just wanted to kind of get him to stop and to leave. It's basically what it came down to. The sad part is that, as I said, he used to play at our open mic night every now and then. And he said to me, I've actually written a song about this place. But I can't tell you what the song is because it will give away where I work, and I don't want to really do that on the internet right now. I mean, I'm sure I've probably already done it at least once over the course of my internet career, but I don't really want to this time. So I can't even do this. So, Rach, if we meet up tomorrow, I can show you. I can play you a bit of the song, but the rest of chat, unfortunately, you'll just have to imagine. It's not very appropriate for a casual open mic night situation. I feel like nothing this guy does is appropriate. You're absolutely right. Thing is, he'd been in earlier in the day. I was taking over from my manager. And my manager said, by the way, we had this insane guy come in from the open mic. I was like, oh, well, fine, whatever. And then he came back, and I just sent a message to my boss. This guy is bananas. There are a lot of loons in my local area. A lot of loons. Keeps the job interesting, don't get me wrong. But simultaneously, like, I just want one quiet day. What's actually been happening on stream? It sounds like an odd question, but I've not really consciously taken in anything that we have done for the last hour and a half. I have just been to Pokemon. Bull. Like, I've not taken in anything that I have done. I've literally just been talking, and that was almost Judge Rinder-esque, wasn't it? I have literally just been talking non-stop for an hour and a half. And I have no idea where we are or what's happened. We're supposed to be getting to Saffron City to take on Sabrina. And we've barely even left Fuchsia. That's the ideal streaming content. What is Pokemon, or just 3 hours of guff chat? That's all this has been. The fact of the matter is, as I showed you, like, that list of stuff there is huge. We got stories for days about the absurdities of working in a bar. Into the flow of discussion. It's been a very one-sided discussion. It's been a monologue more than it has a dialogue, hasn't it? Really. Anyone can play a game. Streaming's all about the interaction. Yeah, but you have. Oh, you know me. I've been trying to think about what to do once we finish Rayman, because all going well, Rayman should be finished the next time that I stream it. So I'm trying to think about the next project after that. I think I know what I want to do, and it'll fit in quite nicely thematically. But I'm unsure as yet. I need a little bit more thought. Am I being cryptic, or will I share? The lesser-known brother of Will.i.am, by the way. I don't know. Do people want to know what I'm thinking, or would you rather it kept a secret surprise? Scyther. I like the there's loads of Will.i.am puns. I can't remember any of them now. Let's do the obligatory detour to the internet for some Will.i.am jokes. Oh, Will.i.am net worth. How much is he worth? $75 million! Good grief. He ain't worth that much, is he? Yes, that's the one! That's the one, yeah! If Will.i.am was French, his name would be Will Je suis. Oh, where are they? 7 Will.i.am jokes by professional comedians is probably not the one I'm after, but let's see. Oh, these are terrible. This is one of the worst sites I've ever been on. I'm not even going to bring that up. Not even going to bring that up. I'm sure there was more. Than that one, but I can't find any of them. Ah. Oh, it's all sorts of other ones. It's jokes that are kind of like when Will.i.am is sure of himself, he's I am Will, and things like that. I'm gutted that I can't find them, but never mind. That just leaves more room for the video games. Are you too proud of yourself? You know me. I'm always proud of myself. When it comes to jokes, I am always proud of myself. because some of them are electric. Because it was a thunder punch. It's alright, I'll show myself out. And the thing is, I can't even show myself out anymore because of the webcam. If I had to show myself out, I'd used to just kind of go, alright, I'll show myself out and do that. But now the camera's there, you just kind of like see me slide out of frame. And it don't look as good. I can hide it. I can hide the camera, but never mind. I think it adds to the appeal. You know, oh, that's the wrong screen. Oh, make me small again. The Atomic Kitten song. You can make me small again. It adds to the appeal. It's kind of like you know, like on a pantomime or something like that, where the pyrotechnic goes off, but you see the actor leave. It's like, right, well, I will show myself out. Oh, if Jet thought the thumping and rumbling was bad before, it's a good thing he checked out for his stream. Oh, dear me. First out loud chuckle of the day. Oh, you're welcome. 25 to 10. Not bad. Like a scene in extras. Yes. Oh, yes. I'll take that. That's a huge compliment. Get him in while you can. The, oh, I was reminded of something. Oh, it's all gone. Oh, forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, no! No! How irritating. How's Bulbapedia's D&D game going? Is he winning? Oh, that was a good hit. Good job, Douglas. Whew. Oh my gosh, my phone is blowing up. I've never been this popular while streaming before. We learned before Douglas can look after it. He can. He's our top player now, right? Douglas is top of the tree. Oh, second only to Arcamine. Okay. That's cool. What we need to do is it's going well. Wonderful. Glad to hear it. I think what I need to do is basically get to a Pokemon Center now. I'm in trouble. I need health. I need healing. I need to feel good. I think I'm gonna have to just try and get to the Pokemon Center and stop fighting trainers now. After an hour and a half, and we've still not made it to Saffron. This is not the way I'm supposed to go. Oh, well, I was talking about potential next project, wasn't I? So, my thinking is that when we get Rayman done, we will, or what I'm thinking of looking into, potentially, I didn't say anything about choices. I'm thinking next up would be the Spyro Reignited trilogy, because I adore Spyro, first and foremost. Secondly, I've only ever played the first one, so I'd be playing the other two completely blind, which is always interesting. Love how sassy Omanite looks. Yeah, look at that! The tentacles on hips, look. Hmm. 'Cause, 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 Yes, I'm thinking Reignited Trilogy is my next project. Oh, Buzztwo, you tried so hard and you got so far. But in the end, it didn't even matter. But otherwise, I'm not too sure. I've got a fair few Steam games and stuff that we could plow through. I've got some games and stuff that I have never actually played. Some I've never even opened. So maybe one of those, maybe one of the unplayed games would probably be a good shout. We can experience all of it blind together. I've got a couple of like choose your own adventure games, which might be quite good in lieu of being able to do a whole kind of Dungeons and Dragons stream. A choose your own adventure stream might be quite good. Banished, is it on my wish list? I don't know. I don't know what's on my wish list at the moment. But yeah, a choose your own adventure game might be pretty damn good. Great for interaction. You'll get to decide the direction the story goes. Great for me to get to narrate and voice act and all that sort of thing. So that could be quite a cool thing to do. Maybe it's not like a main evening stream, but like just like a kind of afternoon sort of hangout type thing. We'll just play a choose your own adventure game till we die, or something like that. Do D&D. I would love to. I'd love to do a D&D. I'd love to DM a D&D game, but I have never done it before. I've never even played a game before. So I feel like DMing a D&D game immediately out of the gate is probably a bit ambitious. Turn Network History into a D&D campaign. We should do. We should do a Netrock themed D&D night. That'd be great. There's so much to pull from. You exit the forest into a clearing. Everything is fresh and open. However, one thing catches your eye. An ominous-looking tree with a bark as white as ash. Except it's not ash, because ash is a kind of tree. It is the haunting Bad Birch. Dun dun dun! Yeah, you understand what it means to be flustered. This is the thing, I feel like I would be good at it because I feel like my improv skills are decent enough, and because I've got a drama degree. However, I have never done it, so I don't actually really know much about what it entails and how to do it effectively. Because I think anyone could probably DM a story, but it's about DMing a good story. Something that can engage for a few hours rather than just like a short little jaunt across a valley. You know. And the thing is as well, I think the theming of my D&D games would be very odd because I don't know much about the worlds that D&D games take place in. So it'll have to be a modern day D&D game. You exit your house to find a stark white carriage. Emblazoned upon the rear of the carriage, it says Prius. You check your consulting tablet to find that it is indeed Muzrath, who has come to escort you to your final destination. Something like that. the D&D equivalent of getting an Uber, for anyone who didn't follow. How do I get out of this weird fence post scenario without facing too many more trainers? Because I'm beginning to hurt a little bit now. Can I snake around here and avoid her? Yes, I can. I got love, you got money, we got everybody. You can't get a girl, but your best friend can. It's time to move your body. But of course, it's not over yet. Someone ran a D&D game set in the Cars universe. I don't know anything about Cars. Either the Pixar film or indeed the automobile. All I know is that Uber drivers tend to drive Priuses. But I've never really been in an Uber either. Electabuzz? Instead of animal handling, it was just handling. I foresee trouble in our future. Although... Starmie. I'm actually getting a little bit nervous now. Just a fraction. I think we can do it. But it's gonna be tough. Got some potions, which will help us out a little bit. Yeah, more of that, please. More of that. That will do nicely. Need a queen. Need a queen. Need a queen. I'm gonna switch out to Douglas because I think fire will do something good against Nidoqueen. Maybe. Oh, I thought he had a fire move. Okay, well, we'll go for Drill Peck instead. Come on, be good. Sandslash. Sandslash is fine. We've got the means to take care of a Sandslash. There is a merciful lord. And his name is Douglas. Whew. Is there anyone who needs a heal? Yeah, Douglas needs a bit of a pickup. Praise be to Douglas, our Lord and Saviour. Not our egg saviour, just a regular saviour. What does his bird Pokemon want to do? I didn't see. Doubtful that they're even birds. Come on, Featherhead. Oh! This is going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you. Hey, Arcamine grew up. Yeah. The roller coast. Do like a Venomoth. Think Drill Peck will help us out here? Yeah, nice. Don't at me. No, you're absolutely right. My bird combo lost? Certainly did, my friend. Yeah, I'm just going to swerve her. I'm going to swerve him. Oh, is it worth fighting a trainer for an item? What do we reckon? Could be good. Oh, I got one vote for each side. How do we settle a tie these days? Oh, okay, the tie's been broken. Sam dared me, Rachel's double dog dead. There you go, that's settled then. We gotta go in. Safety save though. Bring it. You never know what you could catch. Oh, it's a Doc Dork. Thank goodness for that. With a Victreebel. I see. I see. Well, Arcamine's not much good to me here. Really running out of moves for everything as well. And the problem is, Victreebel knows moves that's weak against itself. But I think we may have to switch. Okay, that's fine. Aurora Beam, go! Poison. Oh yeah, poison powder. Yeah. And an electrode. Nah. Douglas can do it. I believe in the power of Douglas. Flying is no good against Electrode, apparently. Except when it's a critical hit. And then Electrode takes care of the hard work for me. Life's good. Easy. 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 That's why I don't watch sports, by the way. Alright. All that for iron. I'm almost tempted to just reload that safety save out of sheer protest. This is the other fisherman's house. I'm the fishing guru's brother. I simply love fishing. Do you like to fish? Yeah. Grand, I like your style. Take this and fish, young one. The super rod! Fishing is a way of life. From the seas to the rivers, go out and land the big one. I intend to. Let's see if we can catch something other than a Porygon. Or there's a bite. I think he'd probably go, well, screw you then. You can't have my super rod. That's pretty tidy. I wonder if we'll actually be able to catch it. Uh-oh. Okay. Poisoned. That's going to do some light damage. It knows Gust. Take or leave that. I think the plan here will probably have to be to weaken it with Crab Hammer. Because it should be not very effective. No, poison! Who said to use poison powder? Who did that? Ban them. Don't. Oh, and he can see me from there, of course. Oh. Dagger? We fought anyone called Dagger before? It feels like a new one. With a Pidgeot. And that's good. That's pretty metal. Hey, call me Dagger. No. Oh, no. Live. At the end of all this, I don't know why I'm trying to suffer through this, because we can literally just fly to Saffron. I've just remembered, we've already been there. We can just fly. But then we wouldn't be getting all these delicious, valuable levels for Arcamine and Douglas, the powers that be who will carry us to victory. Excuse me. Note to self. Do not drink cider on stream again. Just makes me too gassy. And don't eat cake on stream either. Because I can't chew quietly. Nick defeated Dagger. Unplugged. I've always kind of like... Right, so... I'm a fan of heavy metal music. And... No cider, no cake, no fun. I'm a fan of heavy metal music. And... As I think is fairly common knowledge, the universal symbol for heavy metal is the devil horns, right? Like that. The overbearing problem that I experience personally is that I have very long, very thin, scrawny fingers. So that does not look very metal at all. It looks flimsy and weak and not what the genre of music is about at all. Like, look how long my index finger is, right? From... Like, look at this. From here to... It's a long finger. There's no substance to them. And so, it like the devil horns and all the rest of it just look dumb. Coming from my finger. Coming from my hand, sorry. Quick surf for TM16. Nice. So I don't tend to get on with that too much at metal concerts. I just kind of go, yeah, because I've got big hands, so I can do a decent sized fist. So it's just kind of like a yeah, rather than a wah kind of thing. Yeah. Is there an aid here? No. Never thought of thin fingers as not... Well, they're not massively threatening. What I have been told is that I kind of missed my... I should have been a guitarist or a bassist rather than a drummer. Or even like a pianist. I said pianist. Because the advantage of having long fingers is that you got a phenomenal reach across. So, like... I'm not sure how many frets that is in a guitar, but like there's a huge... I mean, I guess for a guitar reach, it's between little finger and index finger. But But like for a piano, I guess, and stuff like that, that reach, I feel like that reach is pretty much one scale, isn't it? Or no, octave, sorry. From thumb tip to little fingertip, that would be pretty much a scale. An octave with my hand, which I think is a fairly decent reach. You could almost certainly do tenths. I'm not sure what tenths are in this context. Alright, oh, we picked up a new TM. Let's see what it is. It is soft boiled. That's the cheaty move. And Rhydon can learn it. Nice. Octaves are eighths in it. Okay, so an octave plus 2 notes, I guess. Probably the way I describe it. If that makes sense. There we go. Let's just fly to Saffron now. We've done all the hard work. Let's actually do something on this stream rather than just talk guff for 2 hours and then that's it. So, first things first. This man here, do you move? What do you want? Get lost! I don't think he does move. If I remember rightly, we can't actually get into the gym at the moment. We can't get to the gym, only the fighting dojo. Which gives us a new Pokemon, actually, if we beat it. Good lord, that's a mustardy Saffron. It is, isn't it? It's like Saffron under chemical siege. But yes, if we beat the fighting dojo, we get access to a new Pokemon. Normally, a choice between Hitmonchan or Hitmonlee. But in this instance... Wait, we could just cheese this entire thing. Rachmaninoff, whose hands could stretch across 12 keys. I recognise the name. Rachmaninoff is referenced in Gene Wilder's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. When he first leads them down... Hold that thought. This trainer name... Kung Fool? Nice. Yeah, so when Wonka is for leading them down the corridor to go to the chocolate room, where the room begins to shrink, and it's the tiny door at the end, the door has a musical combination lock, and he plays the song and he goes, and then Mrs. TV, Mike TV's mother, goes, Rachmaninoff. There's a little bit of movie trivia for you right there. It's probably about the only bit of movie trivia I know, but that will do. Venonat, you betrayer of worlds. Oh, well, this is a very unexciting match. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Yes, that's fine. Put it to sleep before it can do damage. Or just do damage. Put it to sleep forever. Perfect, that'll do. The ultimate little finger exercise. I can't remember how he plays it in the movie, but I know it's definitely kind of like... or something like that. Yeah, and then she turns around and goes, Rachmaninoff. Whilst Willy Wonka then goes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I give you the chocolate room. And you get the ding 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 ding. Come with me and you'll be in a world of Pure imagination. Oh, I've already put him to sleep. Darn it. Well, let's just make sure they're doubly asleep. He incorporates a bunch of tents into his compositions, but everything ends up doing rolling tents because their fingers can't reach that far. Which I assume is basically kind of like where you would roll from like one key to the other, rather than actually pressing them down, I suppose. I'm a drummer. I don't know about music theory. Music theory ain't why I picked up drums. Started playing drums because you just hit things. It's a very flippant way of drumming, but I'm allowed because I am one. I mean, like I say, like I imply that you don't need to know music theory to play drums, but let's take an actual detour into the internet for a second. Allow me, if you have not heard of him, to introduce you to a drummer by the name of Terry Bozzio, or Bozzio. He was the drummer for Frank Zappa for a little while, as well as playing with various other bands and all sorts of things like that. His drum kit is absurd. Okay. Let me try and get a decent picture of this. This looks fairly good. Let's go with this. So, can I just make it big? I mean, I guess that'll do, maybe. Or maybe this one. Whatever. Right, so here is his drum set. Look at the state of this. Okay, you've got all these cymbals going around the top, stacked up. All these drums and stuff. Jacoby is raiding with a party of 16. Everyone always raids when I'm not actually playing and I've taken a weird old journey into the internet. Hello, everyone. So we were just talking about music theory and how you don't need to know music theory to play drums, which I'm allowed to say because I am a drummer. And then we've stepped into Terry Bozzio's drum kit. Every single one of these drums is tuned to a very specific note, so it actually creates music rather than just a percussive noise. I would really, really insist going and checking out some Terry Bozzio drumming, just because it is so rhythmic and tuneful as opposed to just percussive. Anyway, as this keeps on happening, let's not spend any more time worrying about drums. Let's play some video games, because that's what we're all here for. Thank you so very, very much for the raid, Jacoby. I hope you are doing well, as is Jacoby's stream as well. Thank you all for joining in. How is everybody this wonderful evening, or whatever time of the day it happens to be where you are? There is still sheet music for drums. Whilst I was learning, I used to use sheet music for drums, but then found that actually it was much more entertaining for me to just try and learn by ear. I can't read sheet music whatsoever, but I would always, or like after about a year or so, I just started to learn songs by ear. I just kind of played what I thought I was hearing. It just lets you be a little bit more expressive. You can cheese this? How have I only just figured that out? You can cheese the fighting dojo. My whole brain is just now. Oh, I'm having sound trouble. Oh, no, that's a shame. I am the karate master. Yeah, very, very good. Things have been going well. It's taken us 2 hours to make probably about 15 minutes worth of progress, just because I talk a lot, apparently. Alright. Oh, you'll know what it's time for. Fwah! We now go against the karate master, known as Kung Fool. with a Rhyjohn. That's no problem. Not quite right with electric, unfortunately. This is the last good thing my chap is going to do. Oh no, wait, because we just put him to sleep. Actually, that could help us a bit. And jump kick. Super effective. Yeah, nice. Nice. How is everyone who has joined us? How are you all? How's everybody's day been? Hopefully you got more accomplished than I have on this stream. I start telling stories and then I get distracted. And I start telling unrelated stories. And the problem is when I start telling stories, I stop pressing buttons on the keyboard because I'm expressive with my hands and I rely on body language a lot. And so then I just stop playing and start talking. And Sunny Diggy! That's a really satisfying name to say. Sunny Diggy, thank you so much for the follow. That is so satisfying. That just rolls off of the tongue. I love that name. Sunny Diggy. That's what I used to do on my summer holidays down at the beach. It was sunny, dug holes, Sunny Diggy. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Alright. Hwah! Ah! Beaten. Alright. Indeed I have lost, but I beseech you, do not take our emblem as your trophy. In return I will give you a prized fighting Pokemon. Here we go. A prized fighting Pokemon. Let's see what these prized fighting Pokemon are. Hopefully not Beedrill, because we've already got one of those. I would take a Golem. Golem's one of my favourites. The fashionable Pokemon Golem. The fashionable Golem. Or Onix is also one of my favourites. Damn. Oh. That's a tough decision. You want the... You want the partially naked Onix? Like the ukulele guy. I want to take the Onix just purely off of that description. But I do like Golem. What do we reckon? What do we reckon? I throw it open to the floor. Onix. I do like a Golem though. Have we... Didn't we... Have we got... Just looking at the Menagerie. Did we get Graveler? I thought we got a Graveler at one point. Because if we got a Graveler, then there's no point getting... Golem. Okay. Okay. I see the votes for Onix. So let's do that. In the interest of curiosity, I just want to see what we're missing out on. As we're not taking the fashionable Golem. Let's go and see what we're missing out on. And then we'll reload and come back for Onix. I still got the bike. No, I think I put it in the PC. Because I do like a Golem. Had a very cool Pokemon card, I seem to remember. Fair enough. I'll allow it. Thank you. I'm glad. And they were kind of type-appropriate Pokemon, too. Okay, I'm going to put my Chap in a box. And then let's see what Golem's all about. Lovely Kiss, Low Kick, Rage, and Aurora Beam. I'm not too disappointed in that, I don't think. Having said that, I don't know what the Onix is going to do for us now, so it may actually be very disappointing. I did a in-game save, didn't I? So we just got to reset and space-time fast forwards. Alright, Onix. Give me your names! I am intrigued. Who wants to name the partially naked Onix? I would love to give a name to the partially naked Onix. No, we are not going to call it Rock Snake. Or anything like that. Anything rude. We've already got my Chap. Including Solid Snake. We've already got my Chap. I can't have another Pokemon with a name like that. It has to be Naked Snake. Goldblum. Snaked. Oh. Oh, Snaked is quite good. Oh, okay. I wasn't going to allow any suggestive names. We've already got my Chap. I mean, it is also the word snaked, but snaked is fine. And if you ever see the word snaked, you will only ever read it as snaked again. I haven't got enough room for Afraid. If we get another snake Pokemon, then we can call it Afraid. There's no more room for Pokemon. Snaked was sent to... Oh. Alright, let's see. Let's see what Snaked has in store for us. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. That's my favourite name so far. Alright. So again, my Chap can take a potentially temporary home in the box. Snaked! Slam, Supersonic, Water Gun and Double Edge. I think Snaked could be good if we can teach it any extra moves for TMs that we may have. Psywave, I think this was. If we can do that. Oh, nice. Yes, let's get rid of... I'm going to go Supersonic because that never works. The Rock Snake can be double-edged. Nope. Okay. I'm glad. We do need to... I think we need to keep my Chap out because of its strength. Which I think... Oh, but Poggers knows Surf. Excuse me. So, he also needs to stay out. Rhydon knows Cut. Let's give my Chap a break. I know I said we was going to keep the same team, but it would be a huge injustice to not let Snaked have a go. And the thing is now, we can't actually... My Chap needs a break. My Chap has worked very hard over these streams, so it's important for it to take a rest. Wait! Don't say a word. You wanted this. Oh, this was Psychic, I think. What is it now? Double Edge? No, literally just replace that move. Well, I thought about replacing that move. What a waste. What a waste. Thanks, Mr. Psychic, for nothing. So yeah, we can't actually do anything in Saffron until we beat Silphco. That big building in the middle. This is far better now we can see Nick's full suite of expressions. Wait! You wanted this. There's my full range of expressions. In beautiful HD, courtesy of Joshua Goff Visual. Like and follow on Facebook now and Instagram. Oh, I don't need to come in here. Is there anything else we can do in Saffron without... because Sylph is a huge undertaking. So... I can't really start it now? I don't think. But I think Saffron is pretty much all closed up apart from Sylph, so... let's go, I guess. Let's just have a little poke around. Oh, this is different music. I thought it was the same as the... I thought it was the Widdly Widdly one from the Game Corner, but it's not. Oh, okay. That makes things a little bit more tolerable. Oh, it's the teleporters. Oh, yeah. I remember Sylph. Hey, kid. What are you doing here? Well, I thought I might overthrow a huge criminal organization. Sorry, a huge criminal outfit. Yeah! Hey, kid, wanna buy some sundials? Hands down, the best joke in that film is when the kids are trapped under the rock and they say, somebody call IXII. That is the best joke in that film. Maybe the best joke in Disney's entire repertoire. It's absolutely sensational and completely washed over me as a kid. I had absolutely no idea. It was only when, Rachel, I don't know if you remember, I think you may have come around to dye my hair or something. And we watched Hercules, and it was only through that watch through that I then realised that the kids go, somebody call IXII! And it literally translates to 911 in Roman numerals. That is some sensational writing. Absolutely brilliant. So Snakehead proved his use. In fairness, he was put up against a Sandslash that knew Hydro Pump. It didn't stand much of a chance. He's trying his best. He is but a partially naked Onix. And we can't be angry at him for that. He's getting a Fundoshi or something. Which part? Which part of Onix is partially naked? Wouldn't like to say. I've got this on my wall just behind you right here. He doesn't look partially naked in that. So, looks completely naked in that, to be honest. That lives just behind your head, it does. Along with our Holy Lord and Scyther right here in a plastic wallet. That's my pride and joy. That came to Canada with me. that card. You first got to ask, where's a snake's tail starts? Well, it's that whole sort of, just drop it into a glass of lemonade, see which end burps, right? Was that the joke? It was something like that, wasn't it? How'd you tell one end of a worm from the other? Put it in a glass of lemonade, see which end burps. Yeah, that came out with me all the way to Canada. I kept it in my suitcase as a kind of good luck charm, I suppose. It worked. It did. It brought me back to you. Ooh, screech. What a noise. That's that at least, though. We're stuck in the petal dance for a little while. But Poggers is getting some desperately needed levels that it missed out on. Oh no, I don't want to switch. This is absolutely fine. Live. Come on. No! Oh, I think it's gonna need me... Oh no, I've got confusion now, haven't I? That's how it works. Oh, but we're out anyway. Poggers! Isn't it ironic? Bearing in mind we've just learnt that Poggers means something good. Poggers keeps on sucking. Poggers just can't keep up with the rest of the team, it seems. Don't come in with a bubble. Poggers was once MVP. And then Douglas came along. Douglas is just owning it now. Alright, we've got a little bit of time to explore a bit more of Sylph, but we're not going to get too deep into it because we'll be wrapping up in about 5 minutes or so. So I think what we should probably do... I think let's just go back to the Pokemon Center and heal up. And then we'll wrap tonight's stream up, I think. Because it's approaching 10:30. I'm a little bit tired, and I have a busy day of moving tomorrow. Plus it's hot again. I'm sure this is a heated seat, but it doesn't advertise itself as one. Ugh. It's just warm. Ah, dearie me. Alright, let's get a save down. Ding. Perfect. Let's get a backup save down. Beautiful. That is all done. Now let's get a big ol' my face down. Here it is. I can close this now. We don't need this anymore. Fantastic. Let's bring up Twitch, see if there's anyone among the myriad of people that we can go and say hello to. Oh, there are a few. We can go and raid Herman Lee. Do you want to go watch some guitar playing with Dragon Force? Could do that. He doesn't need my help with raiding. He's got just shy of 800 people watching him at the moment. So I don't think he needs my help. The 8-bit drummer, he's got 500 people watching him at the moment. I think he's doing alright as well. It's nice to be famous. It certainly is. It's like the heart emoticon. So we got Danglewodge is doing the dark picture. Oh, he's playing Man of Medan. Oh, that'd be interesting. That'd be quite cool. I think we'll go to Danglewodge. I like Man of Medan. I like the Dark Pictures anthology. They're pretty good. They're like a choose your own path horror survival game, similar to like Until Dawn. video games like that. So I think that will be a very interesting way to go. Let's go over and say hello. Oh look, there's me. Where are we? Raid. Dangle watch. Perfect. Alright, ladles and jelly spoons, thank you very much for watching this evening. Hope you've enjoyed it. Next stream will be at some point. I'm not sure when. Like I say, I'm moving gear around tomorrow, so I'm not sure how long it will be before I'm all set up again, and how long it'll be before I've had a chance to suss out the internet there. Because I think the upload speed is pretty so I'm gonna need to maybe try and work out how to boost that a little bit. But anyways, that's a problem for me. I will let you all know as and when. Keep an eye trained on Twitter and all that sort of stuff, and Instagram and Facebook, and you'll be sure to know when. Yeah, once again, thank you everybody. I'll see you all next time. Let's go and jump in with Danglewodge. Thank you all for the kind words. Don't stress out if you don't achieve everything you wanted to in one day. Pace yourself. It's good advice, and I'm very bad at following that particular piece of advice. But I shall do my best. Oh, I didn't realise Ted fell down. Anyway, I'm running out of time to launch the raid. Let's go. See you all later. Bye.